Success of Tuluva dynasty. The last Saluva king, Immadi Narasimharaya, was killed by his minister Tuluva Narasanayaka's son, Tuluva Veera Narasimhadevaraya, and he ascended the throne and declared himself as the king of Vijayanagar Empire. That's how Saluva dynasty came to an end and Tuluva dynasty began. They ruled Vijayanagar Empire from 1505 to 1570 AD. They hailed from Tulunadu, a region near Mysore. The minister Tuluva Narasanayaka had three wives, Tippamba, Nagamba and Obamba. Tippamba's son was Veera Narasimharaya, Nagamba's son was Sri Krishna Devaraya, and Obamba had two sons, Achyuta Devaraya and Rangaraya. Tippamba's son, Tuluva Veera Narasimharaya, killed the last Saluva king and he declared himself as the king of Vijayanagar Empire. He ruled from 1505 to 1509 AD, and during his period he fought wars with the local feudatories who were trying to rebel against the king. He had wars with the neighboring Bahmani Sultan. He was the first king of Vijayanagar Empire to abolish the tax on marriages. He maintained good relations with the Portuguese in terms of trade. During his period, two Telugu poets are called as twin poets, Malaya Maruta, Nandi Mallaya and Ganta Singanna. These two poets, Nandi Mallaya and Ganta Singanna, together they wrote Varaha Puranam and Prabodha Chandrodayam, and they dedicated their work to Tuluva Narasanayaka. Tuluva Veera Narasimharaya died in a war with the kings of Ummettur region of Karnataka, and after his death, Nagamba's son Sri Krishna Devaraya ascended the throne. Sri Krishna Devaraya ruled Vijayanagar Empire from 1509 to 1529 AD, and he is considered as the most eminent king of Vijayanagar Empire. We shall look at Sri Krishna Devaraya's contributions in very much detail in another video. He had patronized many poets in his royal court, and the famous ones among them are known as Ashtadiggajas. He helped Albuquerque, the Portuguese governor, to capture Goa from the Bijapur Sultan. In return to this favor, he had a trade to import horses and to train his army in the art of using the modern weapons. He also had many other military contributions, like he occupied the most disputed Raichur Doab from the Bijapur Sultans. In the year 1526, he declared his son Tirumala Devaraya as successor to the throne, but then he was killed within a short period of time. After his son's death, Sri Krishna Devaraya also died in the year 1529 due to ill health. Domingo Pais and Duarte Barbosa, both Portuguese travelers, visited the Vijayanagar Empire during Sri Krishna Devaraya's period. After his death in 1529, Achyuta Devaraya ascended the throne and ruled till 1542. Achyuta Devaraya was the son of Obamba. During his period, Bijapur Sultans reoccupied the Raichur Doab and they destroyed the Nagalapuram town. Now, Nagalapuram is a town built by Sri Krishna Devaraya in memory of his mother Nagamba, or also known as Nagala Devi. So, after Sri Krishna Devaraya's death, Bijapur Sultans destroyed that town and they also reoccupied the Raichur Doab. Achyuta Devaraya's wife wrote a book in Sanskrit known as Varadambika Parinayam, which details about her marriage with Achyuta Devaraya. During his period, Fernão Nunes, a Portuguese traveler, visited the empire. After Achyuta Devaraya's death, Venkata I ascended the throne in the year 1542, but then he was killed in the same year. So after Venkata I's death, Sadashivaraya ascended the throne and he ruled till 1570. Sadashivaraya was the son of Rangaraya, who was the brother of Achyuta Devaraya. Now, though Sadashivaraya was crowned as the king, the real power lied in the hands of his minister Aliya Ramaraya. Aliya Ramaraya was the son-in-law of Sri Krishna Devaraya. It was during his period that the fight for the Raichur Doab was started again. Now, till the Achyuta Devaraya and Sadashivaraya's period, we have seen that the previous kings encountered the Bahmani Sultans and the Bahmani kingdom, which later got disintegrated into 5 smaller kingdoms: Bidar, Berar, Bijapur, Golconda and Ahmednagar, together what we call as Deccan Sultanates. So the previous kings encountered these kings only in the war zone. But when Aliya Ramaraya had the power of Vijayanagar Empire in his hands, he tried to make alliances with one of the kings to fight against another king. He first defeated the Bijapur Sultan, and he had an alliance with the Bijapur Sultan to defeat Golconda Sultan and then with Ahmadnagar Sultan. Now, having seen the constant defeats, though these five Sultanate kings had internal disputes, in the year 1565, four out of these five kingdoms got united, formed into an alliance just to kill Aliya Ramaraya and to loot the Vijayanagar Empire. So the four of these five kingdoms were Bijapur, Ahmadnagar, Bidar and Golconda. At that time, Bijapur was ruled by Ali Adil Shah, Ahmadnagar by Hussein Nizam Shah, Bidar by Ali Barid Shah and Golconda by Ibrahim Qutub Shah. The only kingdom which was not a part of this alliance was Berar, which was then ruled by Burhan Imad Shah. On January 23rd of 1565, a place called Bannihati, which is near Talikota, a fierce battle began. This is why it is called as Battle of Talikota or Bannihati War. This happened at the plains of Rakshasi and Tangadi, which are two villages near those regions, and so we also call this as Rakshasa Tangadi War. This battle was very fierce and was fought for almost about 6 to 8 months, where Vijayanagar rulers lost many places. During this battle, they destroyed and looted the capital city, Hampi. Ahmadnagar Sultan Hussein Nizam Shah killed this Aliya Ramaraya. He had beheaded him, and they have occupied the most parts of the Vijayanagar Empire by this time. After Aliya Ramaraya's death, Aliya Ramaraya's brother Tirumalaraya took the king Sadashivaraya and left for Penukonda. Now Penukonda was serving as the second capital of Vijayanagar Empire at that point of time, and he ruled there till the year 1570. After Sadashivaraya's death in the year 1570, Tirumalaraya, who was the brother of Aliya Ramaraya, ascended the throne. They hailed from Araviti clan, and hence we say Tuluva dynasty has come to an end and Aravidu dynasty began. Now, though we get to see that there are many kings who ruled the Vijayanagar Empire after this battle, after Sadashivaraya's death and after the Aravidu clan has began, the real glory of the Vijayanagar Empire was being destroyed at this battle of Talikota. And hence we can say that this battle of Talikota as an end of the glorious great Vijayanagar Empire.